Disability is not a singular image. It does not look one way, sound one way, or move one way. And yet, society clings to a narrow vision, one that erases those who do not fit the expectation of what disability should look like. Many disabled individuals are forced to navigate stigma, often feeling pressure to prove their disability just to receive support. In a blog post, The Hidden World of Non-Visible Disabilities 2022, Dr. Ihete writes, "The fear of being discredited or stigmatized can lead a person with a non-visible disability to conceal their disability. But disability should not be something to prove. It is a lived experience, not a performance for others to judge." Too often, disabled individuals are met with disbelief, told they don't look disabled or that their struggles are not real because they do not fit an expected mold. In this episode, we follow the story of someone challenging those assumptions, forcing us to sit with the truth. Disability does not need to be seen to be valid. This is Mack's story.
My name is Mack. I use she, they pronouns. I grew up outside of Boulder, and now I live in Denver. Little Mack was very serious. I'm always struck when I look at home video footage of like an ancient stoicism on my face. Just seemed really misplaced on such a young person. I was really serious as a kid, but it was because I was born with a connective tissue disorder. That's called Stickler syndrome because of myopic eyes and also because of my bone breakages. I came into the world kind of breaking bones immediately. So at 2 and then at 3, I broke a femur and spent a lot of my formative years in the hospital and in body casts. I was also born really close to blind, and people around me didn't know that. And so I also spent the first year and a half of my life not being able to see my surroundings. So I think between those two experiences, I remember really early memories of feeling like there was a pane of glass between me and the world a lot of the time. Even though I felt like pretty lonely or like full of solitude in my own life, I did feel a sense of like kinship with the universe or a sense of protection with the universe. And poetry is the love of my life. But one of the most frightening pieces of this illness is that it affects my language centers a lot. Like it affects the parts of me that write. When illness hit to that degree, I had a folder and it was just like one word. One disconnected word. Like I could write down like literally 3 words a day, and they had nothing to do with each other. And they were just like sparks of like little moments of inspiration that were super, super fleeting. And that's all I could get down on the page. And my writing has never gone back to the way that it was. So my practice with it has changed. My relationship with my creativity has changed a lot. And I've recognized that like it moves with me, it moves with my illness. Still a big part of me. It's a part that I'm still learning, and I think will always be learning, like how to dance with it when I have seasons when I can't dance. Invisible illness is a term that I kind of bristle at. It's like, what does illness look like? And do we owe visibility to people? And when we are visible, what are the consequences of that? People who have known me for a long time will say comments out loud of like, "Oh my God, you're so skinny. You don't look sick at all." It's actually really hard to even remember that you have that experience. People are so disengaged and so far from the daily experience of being sick that is like the only tangible way that they know how to connect to it is just like, "Can I see your bones? And does your skin look pale?" Or like these really cartoonish stereotypes of what a sick person looks like. There's a whole world behind the curtain of that, of like my actual humanity and my actual experience. And I'm really proud of being a disabled person. That's part of who I am. It's part of what makes me, me. Like I can't even imagine what the self would look like if it wasn't disabled. And I've gotten in touch with the history of disability activism and disability justice and people who've been in that game for a long time and people who have just created so much magic in the world because of their disabilities. It is an area that I feel a lot of pride, and in my best seasons, there's like joy and magic. And I am proud of the times that I've been able to find purpose and community and love.
Mack's story is a reminder that disability is not a monolith. The way a person moves through the world does not determine whether they are disabled. Disability is not something to be measured by another's eyes. Stigma and disbelief continue to shape the experiences of disabled individuals. Dr. Ihete writes, even when they do disclose, they can face the additional challenge of not being believed or a lack of support and understanding. But the burden of recognition should not fall on disabled individuals. It is up to all of us to challenge the biases that leave people unseen. Mack's story invites us to unlearn, to listen, and to rethink our assumptions. Disability does not look like one thing. It looks like the people living it in every form it takes.